Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to review the Blue Heaven X Factor foundation. So of lately I have been getting a few requests from you guys to try out this foundation. So I finally got this foundation for myself, and today here in this video I am going to try out this foundation and let you guys know my thoughts on this foundation. It's actually going to be a kind of first impression kind of video as well. So I'm also going to do a wear test if possible and let you guys know as much as possible. So if you guys want to know more about this foundation, then please keep on watching. Let's start with the price of this foundation because I think that is the most interesting part. So basically this foundation comes for just ₹100 and the amount of product that you're getting is 30 milliliters, which is the standard amount. Now this foundation claims that this is an all-in-one beauty foundation with 3 times instant glow, whitening and sunscreen. Now on the back of the packaging it says that Blue Heaven's all-in-one basic beauty foundation is a creamy foundation with full coverage. So it is actually promising full coverage. Now coming to the shade, well, the shade that I got for myself is natural, and I guess this foundation is available in only 2 shades. Now I don't understand why companies come out with foundations which has just 2 shades. Like, this makes no sense. But I got this one for myself because this looked a little yellow toned. The other one that was available looked quite pink and I clearly have a yellow undertone, so I went for this. Now coming to its packaging, it basically comes in a glass bottle like this with a plastic cap over it. The plastic cap looks a little cheap, but never mind. Now once you open the cap, it actually has a pump inside, which is quite impressive. And if I consider my Fit Me foundation, even the Fit Me foundation doesn't come with a pump, so the packaging is, I would say, quite interesting. So now let's just go ahead and try this foundation and see how it works. So basically right now I don't have any base makeup on my face. Like, I've just done my eye makeup and there's a little bit of lipstick going on, but I have already moisturized my face quite well and I went in with some primer. So now I'm just going to take a pump of this foundation, but before that I'm just going to shake it a little bit. So let's just go ahead. The first pump takes a little time, so here we go. So it kind of looks a lot light than me. As you can see that the foundation is not very, like, it's not very thick or something like that. It's kind of runny and it is kind of running down. So for this side of my face I'm going to use a brush, and for the other side I'm going to use a sponge. So I'm going to start with the brush side first. So let's just blend it with the brush and see how it works. And are you kidding me? Is it that light? What I can already see is that it is kind of leaving brush strokes. Oh my god, it is actually leaving a lot of brush strokes. The sponge, I know that the sponge is actually going to eat up a little bit of the foundation, but see, at first when you kind of try to blend it, this is how it looks. Like, it's looking so white, but once you blend it out, it kind of looks okay. So I'm straight away blending this for around 3 or 4 minutes now. This is looking so bad. Like, can you just see how patchy and blotchy that is? Like, you have to work for at least 5 minutes to make that small area blended. I'm kind of done with the blending part and I am going to go in with a second layer and see whether it layers up or not and how it looks. I zoomed in a little bit after going in with the second layer, and now let's talk about the coverage first of all. So first of all, as you can see that it is definitely nowhere near full coverage and not even near medium coverage. I would say the coverage is more on the sheerer side. I tried to blend this foundation over 10 minutes I guess, and it's still looking so patchy. Like, it is so patchy. I have some dry patches over here and it is clinging to all the dry patches. I don't know how it looks on the camera, but in person it looks very bad. It looks really very bad. Another weird thing that I've noticed is that it is kind of bunching up on certain areas of my skin, like especially on especially over here and around my nose and also around my mouth. Like, it is kind of bunching up and it's looking really bad. I really don't like how the foundation looks on my face. I don't know how it appears on the camera, but in person, trust me guys, it doesn't look good. Okay, so I'm back after doing the rest of my makeup, and what I think is that with time the foundation did oxidize a little bit, because in the beginning when I was applying the foundation, it was kind of looking very light on me, but now if you compare my neck and my face, it did oxidize a little bit because it's not looking as white as it was looking before. So now what I'm going to do is that I am going to wear this foundation for the rest of the day. Like, I am going to go out and I am going to wear this foundation for at least 3 or 4 hours, and after that I'll come back and let you guys know how the foundation wears through the rest of the day. Hey guys, I'm back after almost 3 hours, and this is how the foundation is looking on my skin right now. So first of all, I would like to mention that it did wear off from certain areas of my face, and the next thing is that it did crease a little bit under my eyes, like a very tiny bit. And another thing that I mentioned previously was that it was accumulating on certain areas of my face, and with more and more time I did see it getting accumulated a little more. Coming to my overall thoughts on the foundation, now one thing that I would like to mention is that makeup is a very personal thing. Something might work for you and might not work for me. Similarly, something might work for me and might not work for you. So for me personally, this foundation didn't really work, and it didn't really look that great on my skin, and I don't really see myself reaching out for this foundation that often. It might work for someone who has really good skin, who has very little blemishes, and especially for people who have no texture on their face, so it might work well for them. But for me personally, it didn't work that great, so I'm not going to recommend this foundation to you guys. This foundation is more like a lightweight, day-to-day, everyday kind of a product, but I think I'm still going to stick to my BB cream because I would prefer my BB cream over this. So that's it for today's video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys again in my next video. Till then, take care.